cancer: symptoms, causes, risk factors, and prevention. Colon cancer. This is a type of cancer that begins in the large intestine. The colon is the final part of digestive tract. Colon cancer typically affects older adults. Though it can happen at any age, it usually begins as small, non-cancerous clumps of cells called polyps that form on the inside of colon. Over time, some of these polyps can become colon cancers. Colon cancer is sometimes called colorectal cancer, which is a term that combines colon cancer and rectal cancer, which begins in the rectum. Let's see the symptoms of colon cancer: diarrhea or constipation, rectal bleeding or blood in your stool, abdominal pain, cramping, bloating or gas, continual urges to defecate despite passing stools, weakness and fatigue, unexplained weight loss, irritable bowel syndrome, iron deficiency anemia. Weight loss and abdominal pain usually occur in the later stages of the disease. If cancer spreads to a new location in the body, such as the liver, it can cause additional symptoms such as jaundice. Many people with colon cancer experience no symptoms in the early stages of the disease. When symptoms appear, they will likely vary depending on the cancer size and location in your large intestine. Let's see the causes about the colon cancer. Usually, cells follow an orderly process of growth, division, and death. Cancer can develop when cells grow and divide uncontrollably and do not die at a normal point in their life cycle. Cancer happens as a result of changes in DNA within cells. Certain genes called oncogenes help cells stay alive, grow, and divide. Tumor suppressor genes help regulate cell division and cell death. Changes to DNA can affect oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes, resulting in multiple gene changes that may lead to colon cancer. Polyps are growth that form on the inside of the colon. Polyps are non-cancerous, but cancer can begin with some type of polyps. If a person has a type of non-cancerous polyp called an adenomatous polyp, they have an increased risk trusted source of developing colon cancer. These polyps form on the inner walls of large intestine. Cancerous cells may spread from malignant tumors to other parts of the body through the blood and lymph systems. These cancer cells can grow and invade healthy tissue nearby and throughout the body in a process called metastasis. The result is a more serious, less treatable condition. Let's see about the risk factors of colon cancer. Factors that may increase your risk of colon cancer include older age. Colon cancer can be diagnosed at any age, but a majority of the people with colon cancer are older than 50. The rate of colon cancer in people younger than 50 have been increasing, but even doctors are not sure why and how it is happening. African American race. African Americans have a greater risk of colon cancer than do people of other races. A personal history of colorectal cancer or polyps. If you have already had colon cancer or non-cancerous colon polyps, you have a great risk of colon cancer in the future. Inflammatory intestinal conditions. Chronic inflammatory disease of colon such as ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease can increase your risk of colon cancer. Inherited syndromes that increase colon cancer risk. Some gene mutations passed through generations of your family can increase your risk of colon cancer significantly. Only a small percentage of colon cancers are linked to inherited genes. The most common inherited syndromes that increase colon cancer risk are familial adenomatous polyposis and Lynch syndrome, which is also known as hereditary non-polyposis colorectal cancer. Family history of colon cancer. You are most likely to develop colon cancer if you have a blood relative who has had the disease. If more than one family member has colon cancer or rectal cancer, your risk is even greater. Low fiber, high fat diet. Colon cancer and rectal cancer may be associated with the typical Western diet, which is low in fiber and high in fat and calories. The research in this area has had mixed results. Some studies have found an increased risk of colon cancer in people who eat diets high in red meat and processed meat. A sedentary lifestyle. People who are inactive and are more likely to develop colon cancer. Getting regular physical activity may reduce your risk of colon cancer. Diabetes. People with diabetes or insulin resistance have an increased risk of colon cancer. Obesity. People who are obese have an increased risk of colon cancer. and an increased risk of dying of colon cancer when compared with people considered normal weight. Smoking. People who smoke may have an increased risk of colon cancer. Alcohol. Heavy use of alcohol increases your risk of colon cancer. Radiation therapy for cancer. Radiation therapy directed at the abdomen to treat previous cancers increases the risk of colon cancer. Let's see about the prevention of colon cancer. Prevention. Screening colon cancer. Doctors recommended that people with an average risk of colon cancer consider colon cancer screening at around age of 50. But people with an increased risk, such those with a family history of colon cancer, should consider screening sooner. Several screening options exist, each with its own benefits and drawbacks. Talk about your options with your doctor and together you can decide which tests are appropriate for you. Second one. Lifestyle changes to reduce your risk of colon cancer. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making changes in your everyday life. Take steps to eat a variety of fruits, vegetables and whole grains. Fruits, vegetables and whole grains contains vitamins, minerals, fiber and antioxidants which may play a role in cancer prevention. Choose a variety of fruits and vegetables so that you get an array of vitamins and nutrients. Drink alcohol in moderation. If at all, if you choose to drink alcohol, limit the amount of alcohol you drink to no more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men. Stop smoking. Talk to your doctor about ways to quit that may work for you. Exercise most days of the week. Try to get at least 30 minutes of exercise on most days. If you have been inactive, start slowly and build up gradually to 30 minutes. Also talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you are at a healthy weight, work to maintain your weight by combining a healthy diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal.